Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Jeff here. Today with another video of Brawl Stars. In today's video, I'll be playing Piper in Snake Prairie of Bounty. And we're actually playing with Demise right here, who is actually, when he was pushing, he was actually #1 in the world last season. And also, he he currently holds the second highest trophy in the entire world of like 18,300 trophies. The highest is like it's like only 100 off, so it's really amazing. Really skilled player. I'm just playing some bounty here. We're having actually a really good lead, and in bounty it's super important to not actually go for the middle star. Like, well, it's good to go for it, but you don't want to rush it because everyone, of course, obviously wants the middle star. So you don't want to just go for it because people's going to be shooting at the star. So if you go right for it, that means you're just going to actually basically get yourself killed, or you're gonna take a lot of damage, and you definitely don't want to charge your opponent super. As well as if you get 1 star and you die, you're gonna be down 1 star. So you definitely don't want to get that late. You don't want to get that early like disadvantage, because if you do that, then opponents can play more defensively. They don't have to play as aggressively, which is definitely not what you want, not something you want them to do. You want to kind of play a bit more passively, really, and kind of have them going for you, because when they're trying to go aggressive towards you, it's way easier to hit your shots out because they're walking towards you. Unless they're spawn trapping, you definitely don't want that to happen. That's why you want to play passively, because you don't want to get spawn trapped. If you get spawn trapped, then they can really just get that one pinch and be able to kill everyone, or kill enough people to that where they're actually winning, and then they can just run back. So you want to play passively to where that you're somewhere close to the actual mid, not playing too aggressively where you might get close to dying. But yeah, you just that's kind of how you want to play bounty. And in this map, it's a little different because bow is super strong in this map, and at the higher level it's definitely needed to win. If you want to win at higher level in Snake Prairie, it is 100% needed to win. And this Piper, he's not really actually win trading. It's just like we have such a high lead anyway, so he just decided to start spinning and stuff. But there's a lot of things about top players win trading, and that most of the times is that it's not planned. People think that it's always planned because all the top players are friends, most of them at least, so that when one versus another, they would win trade for the other player. But it's actually not. That's not always the case. And sometimes there's always going to be a couple guys who maybe they're close to like a really high mark, and they just the other guy knows it, that maybe let's say that player is really close, like a 1,000 trophy brawler, then they would just win trades just because they're really close. Might as well just help them out a little bit. But other than that, it's almost never actually planned out. So that's one thing that a lot of people actually mistaken for. So right here, I actually used to love this map a lot way before there was no star power, because what it was just all tanks being played on the map, which can be a bit boring because it's all tanks, and it's just like you have to walk up close and hit a large shot. And also, mind you, that back then there wasn't any auto aim, so that means you have to actually manually aim every single shot, which is a lot more, it takes a lot more skills to do, and it's so much more fun because, yeah, like I said, it's just like it's full of grass. You never know when there's someone there. It's just full of surprises. Now, however, with the star power, both star power, then you actually have to have a bow, just because it's so important. That's why you don't want to play tanks, just because, again, with the bow, it's just the tanks just can't really do anything, especially because on this map there's so much range being played. And obviously with the bow, you do have to have a maxed out level 10 bow, because the only reason you're playing bow is for the star power, and that's basically the only reason you ever be playing bow, is just for the star power. Otherwise, he's really not that strong. There's definitely brawlers that are better than him, and in bounty, brawlers like Brock, Rico sometimes, and a Penny are just so much better than bow. So yeah, if you don't have max bow, don't play him in Snake Prairie, just because there's so much grass, and you need a max bow. Because yeah, it's just there's so much grass, and you never know if there's a tank sneaking up on you. But if you're not, let's say you're lower down in trophies and you don't have a max bow, that's okay, because obviously you're not always going to have to find a max bow. Just play a bit more brawlers, of play maybe a couple guys, 1 or 2 players play more tanky brawlers like a Shelly and a Bull, and then have like a range brawler. Why you don't want to have that much range brawlers is because obviously if there's a bunch of grass and you aren't able to actually see in them, there might be a tank sneaking up to you. And if you have like all range, a Piper or Brock, then they can easily just absolutely destroy all of you. So that's why you want to have a couple of tanks and also have a range, because if the opponents also have a range, then you can have your range to counter the opponent's range, and then have your tanks to kind of defend your range brawler, as well as just kind of killing the opponent tanks. But anyways, you'll see that we're just always having a really dominant lead, because first, the opponents don't have like that great of brawler choices, and also just because we're really pinching well. That's what super important in bounty is, pinching. Also just really important in every single game mode. What you'll see a lot is that I would actually shoot with another player and it would just hit them, and it's not just because like I'm good at aiming, it's because we're pinching them to where like they don't really know where to go. If they move left, they might get hit by me. If they move right, they're gonna get hit by my teammates. So you really want to do that pinching, but also you do have to make sure that you're also checking your side of the bush. Unless you're bow, then you can just check every single bush. So the bow's role is really important to check all the bushes, especially in the beginning of the match. If you see the opponents have some tank brawlers, you really need to have the bow kind of go around the map-ish, covering all the areas to make sure that the opponent tanks don't actually flank on you. Because when that happens, you have to take care of that tank really fast, because if you don't, that means the tank might be able to pinch you, or they might even kill a bunch of you guys, because yeah, just with range brawlers, they don't have that much health. And we're actually in a 1-star. They're actually in a 1-star lead ahead of us. However, it's only 1 star. It's not that much. It's kind of it's not as like bad, because it's only 1 star. You get 1 kill on anyone, then you are back in the lead. So you really have to keep in mind of like actually like not going too aggressive on this map, because yeah, Piper is probably almost like a brawler you want to have, just because she, with the star power, she deals extra like I think 700, or not 700, 400 damage at max range. So extra 400 damage, she can deal up to almost 3000 damage. So super insane. You definitely want to have a Piper on this map, and so that's also another reason why you want to play really defensively, because she can deal so much damage. And we're again in a 1-star. They're 1 star ahead of us, which is okay, because as you saw right there, we just got 1 kill alone, and we are back in the lead, which means the opponents actually have to come to us. And yeah, the opponents should have played a bit more defensively in like trying to not go to the point where they'll get sniped by us, but they aren't as skilled, I guess, and so they weren't able to actually do that. And yeah, so it is quite hard. You do have to use the walls to your advantage, and keep in mind for Snake Prairie, the grass don't actually regen back, because it is light brown grass, which means the grass won't regen. So yeah, once you break the grass, it's gonna stay there forever. As you can see here, all those grass in the middle, they're not regenerating. So if that's why tanks aren't good, because as long as you break the grass, the tanks can't really push up as much, because everyone will be able to see that he's coming, and so it just kind of you can't really flank as easily. So right there, we're picking up a win, and we're actually really close to level 90, or actually level 200. We're level 99, as you saw right there. So in this video, we're gonna try to get to level 100 or level 200. I mean, it is quite really high level. I actually don't know how I have this high level, just because with a lot of other players, like they have more wins than me, like way more, maybe like I don't know, half more than me, and they have like less XP than me, which is kind of weird. But I think what happened is that I just played a bunch of Robo Rumble and boss fight, because the way that I maxed out my account was because I bought a bunch of gems from like the level packs, like level 5, level 10 I think, and level 35 packs. Those packs, I bought all of them, and I bought all tickets. So I had to play a bunch of Robo Rumble matches, which means I got more XP. So that's probably why. But yeah, I don't even know what the highest XP player is. There once used to be a guy that was like level 240, and he used to be in band that you can search up, but now I don't even know. I think he left the band, and he's right now, honestly, he's probably at level like 300. It's super insane. You have to you just have to play a whole bunch to get your levels up, because you have to max out your XP every single day, which is really insane to do. And also, I guess you can also just play Robo Rumble to get your extra XP, but I think that you also have a limit cap for that. But anyways, it's definitely really cool achievement to have level 200. They should probably have more like profile pictures for levels. I think the only one it goes up to is level 100, which is like the elixir, purple elixir one. They should probably add one for like a 150 and 200, maybe 250 in the future, obviously, because right now there's not that much players that are that high in level, so they don't need to work on it as like it's not as important because only a small player actually are able to have access to it. But that's also why like they're not really making that much improvement or like making new features to like higher level games, for example like the server and also matchmaking and that kind of stuff, just because like I said, just only a small pool of players that are actually like needing these new features or new fixed content, all that kind of stuff. So they're gonna focus on other things, for example like new player stuff, like new brawlers for like new players, and just everything that's for the new players, because there's so much more new players that are playing the game, and there's only a couple, probably like 1,000 top players in the entire world that actually plays the game. So for now, it's not as important to them, which I absolutely understand, but I just feel like Supercell needs a little bit of a bigger team so that they can actually work on multiple things at once. Because there's so much things that they need to work on and they're not working on it, and it's just like a lot of things like Brawl. I really want them to fix the cornering issue, as well as like nerfing Leon. It's such an easy thing to do, but they're not working on it because maybe they're just lazy, maybe they don't care, but all that kind of stuff, I just feel like they could be a little faster with these updates and just balance. Okay, so if you have watched until this part of the video, thank you very much for watching. So you will actually be able to get a little sneak peek on one of my newer videos that will be coming soon, and that is Triple Leon. So I'll put a picture up on the screen right here. So it's absolutely insane. We played Triple Leon for probably around like 1 hour straight. We probably would have went for more, but we all had school the next day, so we just stopped. But it's super fun, especially when all of us had super. We kind of troll around and it's super fun. I'll be making a video on it, as well as I'll be doing triple brawlers on with the other brawlers that I haven't done. So make sure to comment down below what other brawlers you want to see. I already actually did a bunch of them, probably like 12, 13. I have an entire playlist of it, so make sure to go check it out on my channel. There's a bunch of videos on it. Also, there's gonna be a bunch of new stuff coming to this channel, mostly just like the channel art and such, all those kind of stuff. I won't be talking about that much, but when it does happen, I will make a video about it. But let's get back in the game. So this is actually a really close match. We're 4-4, and they're playing really defensively. They're playing super defensively, and we're trying to play a bit more aggressively. However, that you can't play too aggressive for Bounty, because one, you don't know where the opponents are, and two, like as a Piper and a Brock, you get two-shotted by a Piper, and with Bo, you can almost get two-shotted by a Piper. So it's just you can't really play that aggressively. So their strategy is good, playing always defensively. Because if we make a wrong move by going too aggressive, then we would just die, because we can get literally two-shotted. So if they were playing a bit more aggressively, obviously we would have just dominated. But still GG's to them. We're gonna actually tie this match because we're not really going to be doing much. That's why you'll see a lot of times in Bounty, it's because like in the higher level, it's like you don't want to really go for a win. Obviously a draw is better than a loss, and especially when you much higher trophies, where it's like the win/loss ratio is really bad, to where if you lose a match, you have to win 2 more, 3 more, or 4 more matches to actually gain it back. So that's why a lot of times both teams just play really defensively, and then kind of just waiting for another to actually make a mistake, which mostly never happens. So yeah, we're gonna actually tie this match, and this is actually the match where it brought me up to level 200. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Piper and Snake Prairie, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace.